Hello lovelies. So as promised, here is your free workshop about banishing those negative vibes. And I'm just going to invite a few of you on because I know a lot of you have asked to be tagged. So I'm just going to try and go through and tag a few of you quickly. There we go. So I've tagged a few of you. Just let me know that there's people there watching. Just give me a hello below in the comments. Just so I know that I'm fully live. I think I am because I can now see that there is 3 people watching. Hello lovelies. So today we are talking about banishing those negative energies in our home. Can't see any comments yet, so I'm just going to give it a little second before I go into it. Hello Julie, hello Clinars, are you okay? So at least I know I'm in the right group and that we've got a couple of people on. I'm really excited to speak to you guys about this, getting all witchy. There was me kind of holding back on my witchiness, and then as soon as I put this post up, everybody's like, yay, get me in there. Hi Amy, my little witchy friend. And you're never on Facebook. Oh, it must be interesting for Amy to be on. Right, so we're talking about banishing those negative vibes within our home. So obviously it's a new year, and a lot of us are already starting to put the decks away, have a bit of a declutter, have a tidy up. And this is really important for banishing those negative vibes and lifting the vibrations in our home. So if you haven't done already, the first thing for you to do is to declutter. Okay, so have a really good sort out, bin whatever you don't need. You know I'm a witch. I know you're a witch. I love it too. And I'm hoping that we might get a few other people addicted to our little witchiness. So yeah, have a good declutter, have a good sort out, throw anything that you don't need. And this is actually allowing you to move forward energetically. So a lot of people hold on to stuff, and I'm really guilty of this. I've actually got in my goals list, in my little book here, is to have a really good declutter of my house. So although I do certain rooms and I declutter certain rooms all the time, there's other rooms that I literally just don't touch, and I think, oh, it's out of sight, it's out of mind, but actually it's still dampening down the rest of the home. So I am going to be joining in this with you. So I'm setting you a challenge now to try and have a good declutter. Klinos, you've probably already done this because obviously you've just moved. So hopefully you've already thrown loads of stuff and you've got like minimal stuff anyway. So that's your first thing. So declutter, then having a nice good clean. So a deep clean is the second one, which most of us do anyway, but it's really getting rid of like all the negative energy. Like I've done the windowsills. We've got a full moon coming up on the 10th. So I was like, right, my windowsills need to be done, ready. So when I wash the crystals, they're not going back onto dirt. I do clean quite often, as most of you know anyway, but I really feel like I need to do a really nice deep clean with like a little bit of lemon juice and stuff. So that's a good little witchy tip. Then what we're all here for is getting into the witchy stuff now. So for anybody who hasn't seen already, this is white sage. This is actually a full smudge stick. Now a lot of people like to use it as the full smudge stick. I don't personally. I prefer to use, I break mine down into little sprigs like this. They're so much easier to use. So basically, you're just getting your white sage and you're setting it alight and just getting it so it's like, yeah, the embers are burning and they're orange. Can you see that? Now, this smoke, this is what the Native American Indians used. It's really good for cleansing the energy. It's actually got antibacterial properties, so it's really good if you've had colds and things like that. Anyway, I use this in my treatment room all the time. So my top tip for this is literally to go around the whole of your house, so every single room, and you're going to be doing it in all the corners of the room, along the wall, like next to your sofa, around the back of the sofa, underneath your desk. I do all the time. I want to get that energy flowing under treatment beds, behind units. Literally, the energy difference after you've done this, I'm sure Amy will tell you because she's very, very witchy, is amazing. Now, I do this literally throughout all of the rooms, throughout all of the house, at least twice a year. Okay, so always normally about the 2nd of January. I actually did it yesterday and I need to finish a little bit today again. Once you've done it, I would let all the rooms kind of have that real big smell of the white sage, and then open all of your windows and let all that negative energy just flow out. And you're leaving them open for about 5 minutes. Obviously, if you've got small children like I have, you might want to shut the window and then move on to the next one so it's not really, really blustery and cold for them. I can feel the spirits for this. I hope so. My guides are always with me. It's to help me speak properly because I get really excited. I'm really, really tongue-tied. I can see other people up and on, but I can't see who it is. I can just see it just gives me like a little eye to show who's watching. So once you've filled the room with white sage, you're then opening the windows, letting that negative flying out and the positive flying in, so renewing that energy within the home. You can also use incense. So I always find this is a more masculine energy, and then the feminine energy is more with incense. So again, you're just burning that. And obviously just making sure it's a light. Obviously, incense are a lot cheaper than white sage, but it just depends on how you feel. This hasn't really got the antibacterial properties like the white sage has, but it does make it quite light-hearted. So I prefer to do the white sage first and then this, especially when I'm doing a nice deep cleanse January, and then I tend to do one the end of summer as we're moving into September. So again, you're literally filling the room, moving all around. Obviously, if you're Reiki trained, you can draw the symbols on the wall, and that's really, really powerful. Making sure you're doing above the door and things like that as well. Really bringing in that nice energy. Oh, just make sure that's out before I burn the place down. So that's one of my favourite ways to cleanse. You've also got an aura or a room spray. So I make these with moon water. So you can put a clean jar, so glass jar, out under the full moon or the new moon and collect moon water. Hiya Nikki, you all right, lovely? We're just obviously talking about cleansing. So we've talked about decluttering, we've talked about cleaning, we've just talked about smudging and incensing your rooms, opening the windows, bringing in that fresh air. And now we're just talking about aura and room spray. So this is really, really good. So with the smudging and the incense, you can cleanse your own aura, which is quite important, obviously, with the work that I do. And you can also use these. So you can literally, closing your eyes, just giving it a little spritz over yourself. I normally do that a couple of times. I don't want to make myself sneeze right now, so I won't do it loads. But you can spray it through the room as well. That's got a really light energy and cleanses the energy with that. You can also do sound. So for anybody who's seen these are called tinctures. And they are amazing for cleansing yourself, so over your own aura or certain areas. So if you feel like there's a certain area within the home that feels quite negative, sometimes stairs can be like that. So honestly, my family thinks I'm nuts, as most of you know, but I will literally go walking around and just making these noises. You can do it that way or you can do it down, however you feel. And that's just really good for getting the vibrations moving, getting that stagnant energy moving out the way. Get it all going. Then, one of my favourite things, and obviously what Julie and everybody are here to learn about, is crystals. These are selenite, little selenite wands. And these, very witchy tip now, are amazing for putting either side of your front door. So for me, I've got like a low level shelf, so I put them there, but you can put them higher. But obviously, because I'm always cleansing mine, I do like to put them low down so I can reach them. If you haven't got a ledge either side, you can put them just either side of the door on the furthest point, or you can put them on two doors that are facing each other. Now what this does is it creates like a witchy barrier. So I always set the intention that if somebody walks into my home, they're leaving their shit at the front door. So they're leaving all that negative energy at the front door, and this kind of stops it from entering my home. You can do this on the front door, and you can do it on other doors as well. It's a good one to have over your own bedroom door, obviously, if people are coming in and out of your room for whatever reason. Like my kids are always using our ensuite, so it just stops that negative energy coming in. They are amazing. I love selenite. Their nickname the eraser. It's like something off Superman. So for a little bit like this, I sell these for £2 each. And that's about right. You wouldn't get them much cheaper, to be honest. And then I have got like a little selenite wand. That's a point that I use for crystals. They're about £5, which again are amazing. What you can do with these, so not only for using them for the home, you can use them for your own energy. So anybody who's in my VIP group will have seen me with my big, watch this now guys, woo, my huge big badass piece of selenite. Obviously I do a lot of healing and a lot of card pulls and a lot of spirit work. So for me, this disconnects my energy if I'm reading for one person, then moving on to the next. And it also helps me cleanse before I heal another client. I use that on my bed. I use it on my sofa. I'm always walking around looking like like some warrior goddess that I am. That's about to go into a fight. It's amazing. They would be, I could probably pick one of those up for about £20. And they're just £5. I don't know if I said that or not. Also, another amazing, easy way to just cleanse and banish those negative vibes is a selenite tea light. This is a large one. It's really bloody heavy. They're about £15, but aren't they amazing? I don't know if you can see. I love the energy of this. And obviously, you just seen before, the Himalayan salt lamps. They're just awesome. I have them everywhere. So this is the little tea light, and then I've got the lamps all around. They're amazing. They've got the same, so they basically release negative ions into the atmosphere and neutralize the energy, so it gives it a really, really like calming effect. It also gives off a really, really warm glow, but it's brilliant for getting rid of those negative vibes. I absolutely love it. So there's the crystals. We have got a couple of other ones that I just thought I would show you, because obviously it's January. If you are trying to obviously get rid of those negative vibes, you're wanting to replace it with nice positive vibes. So this is a moonstone, a little moonstone tumbled stone. And that's really good for like new beginnings. It's really, really positive. Very good for feminine energy. Absolutely love it. So that's what I've been using a lot recently. And then a little amazonite as well, which is such positive energy. And again, a really feminine energy. I think it's all women in here anyway. So they're really good to be carrying around while you're doing this work. So obviously when you're doing the white sage or the incense, you can carry your crystals around with you, and that's just helping any negative vibes that are starting, and any stagnant energy that's starting to move. It'll just protect you as you're doing it. So that's pretty much that covered. Obviously lighting candles and things like that is an amazing way. Your salt lamps are an amazing way. So that's the building covered. And obviously now we need to talk about banishing negative vibes within ourselves. Because obviously there's no point in doing all that hard work if we're actually the problem. So obviously if we've had a bit of a rough ride, we will be harbouring negative energy. So a massive top tip now is to write down what you're letting go of. You can write this on a piece of paper and burn it. So you can burn it under a full moon, which again, I was saying before, is coming up on the 10th. So it's a perfect time to start doing this. The energies are starting to pick up already because I can feel it. So write down what you want to let go of, and you're literally just going to hold it over a candle and allow it to burn and just let it drop into a bowl. That's one of the easiest ways. You can buy craft paper that dissolves, so you can write it on that and put it in water. That's what I do on my workshops, because it's a safe way if I've got a big group. So you're letting go of all things that you've been holding on to, that you really, really need to let go, that you know that's not serving you for your highest and greatest good, basically. So it could be like past relationships, not feeling good enough, anything like that. What I would do is kind of light a candle and just have a beautiful quiet moment where you can write these things down, and it'll normally just come to you what you have to let go of, and you will feel your vibrations lifting. Once you've done that, I like to do, this is like my little ceremony now, my witchy ceremony. I like to have a salt bath with some essential oils in it. And I also will add like a rose quartz to the bath. So it needs to be like a tumbled stone, not a rough one. And I can pop them in there, and that really helps with like self-love, lifting the vibrations, and with confidence and things like that as well. So you're really, really lifting your vibrations. Again, I then follow that with a meditation. So if I feel like I haven't let go enough of those negative vibes, I will do a letting go meditation, which a lot of you obviously in the VIP group know about. The Archangel Michael, or the like the cord cutting one, or chakra rebalancing would be really, really good. Obviously you can get them on YouTube and things as well. So I would do that. And then my final thing would be like sealing my aura with intent. So basically I'm thinking of like a white light of shower coming over me and allowing that to wash over me, washing all the negative away, because obviously I've been busy cleansing my house, cleansing all the different rooms and things, and now it's time to cleanse me. So I'm with intention now, cleansing my physical body, cleansing my chakras, my aura, my energy body, and then I'm going to seal it. And I normally seal it with a blue light. I ask Archangel Michael to come in and help seal my aura and keep in that beautiful positive energy. And basically, that is how to banish negative vibes. It's as easy as that. Obviously, if you want to ask me any questions, feel free to pop them below now, because I will quite happily ask you if you want to know anything about what I've just been talking about. I know I'm talking really, really fast. I'm like, blah, blah, blah. Can you use Reiki alone to cleanse a room? Yes, you can. 100% you can, because before I got into all this witchy stuff, that is what I used. Like I said before, you can use the Reiki Symbols, and you can just Reiki the room. So in our Reiki group, we've got that video, haven't we, where we're sitting with our hands on our lap and letting the Reiki flow out into the room. You can do that and literally fill the room with Reiki and use the symbols, and that would be enough to cleanse the room. If you haven't got all this, then that's enough anyway. But definitely these are amazing tools, and they're not really that expensive. I mean, obviously a pack of incense you can pick up for like £1, £1.50. I sell them for £1, so they're not expensive, but they really do help with lifting the vibration. Oh, we've got 7 people on now. Hello guys. Unfortunately you've missed most of it now, whoever's just hopping on, but you can go back and watch it on replay. So for anybody who wants to know more, I'm back doing the Crystal Club as of Monday. I have posted a couple of little things over. We're going to be going into a lot more detail about where to place crystals, what to do with crystals, more crystal grids, obviously how to increase vibrations within the home using crystal grids, and that's actually on offer for £20. If anybody's interested in that, just till the end of January it's on offer for £20, and it's a lifetime membership. And obviously anything that I'm learning new, or anything that I suddenly decide that I want to share with you to do with crystals, is going in there. So there's going to be lots of witchy stuff coming up in there. So if you are interested, I'll drop the link after, but join that, because it's literally just a £20 one-off fee, and then you're in there. and learning loads and loads of stuff. Julie, and there's a few others that are in there. Nikki's in there. If you join my VIP group, you actually get free access to it. Again, if anybody wants to know more about meditation, and there's lots and lots of videos in there, my VIP group, my VIP circle is £10 a month, but you basically get so much for free. It's ridiculous. You get discounts on workshops, you get discounts, and you get free access to like Crystal Club, half price ticket to the club that's starting tomorrow. Honestly, it's just crazy. And you're in the VIP club, in the VIP circle, you get to know about all my new stuff before I advertise it anywhere else. But I'll put a link about that as well. So that is it, ladies. Is there anything else that you feel you want to know? Any questions? Pop them in there quick now while you've got my full attention before I go and cook tea, because I'm starving. So anybody want to see anything? So that's selenite that we were talking about. I know a few of you know these things already. That's the Moonstone, that's for new beginnings. Amazonite. Beautiful, these are tingling in my hands. And that's your white sage stick. So I sell these ones, these are small ones, they're £6, if anybody wants them. And then obviously you've got your Himalayan salt, tea lights. This is a smallish one, that's £5. And then the big selenite, I can get those in, sell them for 15. So that's it, my lovelies. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you hopped on a bit later on, do go back, because most of the interesting stuff is at the start. Hashtag replay, and yeah, if there's any questions, feel free to comment below and I will answer them. So take care, lovelies. I will speak to you all soon. Bye.